Hey guys, it's Shamrock, and today I'm back. I've decided to split my gaming channel and my airsoft channel, so today we're on the gaming channel and we're coming back with some Heyday. And we're doing some Heyday because some of my clanmates and friends asked me to give them a bit of a guide on how to level up really fast. I'm level 18 and I've been playing for about two weeks, I think, and some of my friends have been playing for a couple of months and they're only like level 16. So I just want to rack up some tips to help maximize the growth of one's farm. This would include XP, money, and I guess the accumulation of crops and different materials. So today we're going to be focusing on levels 1 through 20, particularly levels 7 through 20, because level 1 through 6 is just your introduction into the game, and it's basically just telling you how to play. So we're going to start at level 7, which at level 7 you unlock the daily dirt and your little roadside shop. So, you see my roadside shop has a bunch of apples in it, but what you're really going to want to utilize is the daily dirt for some things, such as really low priced corn and wheat. So if I can find some here, here's some 10 wheat for $10. So you're going to want to use that to create chicken feed and all your kinds of feed, as well as sometimes you can find, like right here, really low priced corn. So you're going to want to utilize both of those for your chickens, cows, pigs, and any other kind of livestock. So that's really important. Another really important thing is actually the daily dirt, because that's how you get rid of your extra crops for a profit. Then I also want to talk about the board right here, which is another great way to level up and earn money. So there are different things here. There's this one where you earn a lot more money and a lot less XP, and then there would be something like this one where you earn more XP than money. So both of these can be used in different ways, and normally the more XP and gold they give you, the more time they're gonna take to make, and you want to look out for those. You don't want to look out for ones that say give you 55 XP and not much coins and cost tons of objects or products, whatever you want to call them. So for these, you're just gonna want to click on the little trash can in the bottom corner, and it will take time to have a new one, and time will go up. So last time I put one in the trash, it took 12 minutes. Now it takes 15 minutes. So it will rack up. So only do this when you are really looking for XP and you only really have bad choices. So one thing you really want to do is check Greg's shop. Now Greg is the NPC of the game, and his shop will often refresh. I believe it's 12 o'clock, like World Standard Time or something weird like that. But the shop will refresh and it'll give you a bunch of really cheap things that you can either resell or are very useful around your farm, such as materials to clear all of the debris and all of the trees and stuff from your farm. Another thing you want to utilize is always, if you're playing the game often or not often, is keeping things going. So if you're playing very often, or you know you're going to play pretty often on a certain day, you're going to want to get crops that are quick but will also sell, or make you the most profit. So say you want to put in some soybeans. Soybeans take 20 minutes, so if you're going to play every 20 minutes or maybe like 30 minutes or something for a little stretch of time, you're going to want to get soybeans because they will sell for a high price and they give you a decent amount of XP. Now if you're just going to be playing for maybe longer stretches of time for not very long, what you're going to want to do is something called weeding. I will do a video on that, but right now you just want to do weeding, and if you don't know what that is, check out my other video. Now keep your crops going, and keep in mind how long you're going to play, because if you're not going to play, you definitely want to use your highest crop. So For me right now, that would be cotton, which takes about 2 hours, 2 hours 30 minutes, and it's going to give you a lot more XP than something like wheat, which is going to give you 1 XP. So it all depends on time span really, but another thing you want to keep going is your machines. Whenever you collect something from a machine, it should give you XP. There might be a few exceptions, but I haven't found any of those yet. So now we're going to go into different levels of what you're going to do, and this is from levels 7 to 20 really. So level 9, what you get is events. So currently we have a steamboat order, which is not going to be relevant for a lot of the lower level players because it is a level 17 unlock, which we'll talk about later in the video. But what it does for this certain event is it gives a lot more XP per boat order. So if you're level 9 and you ever see something with purple XP or purple gold, you're gonna want to do that because it's giving you a lot more than it usually would. So this includes boat orders. Sometimes the NPCs will buy things for more. Sometimes things produce faster. It all depends on the event, but these events can be really helpful, and especially if it has to do with time, it's really good for filling these orders. Right. Level 10, you're gonna unlock your neighborhood. So this is my neighborhood in question. Members would be people from my school and some just random people, but as you can see down here, I have a bunch of bread. So what you can do is, I've just gotten a word, you can request objects from your clan, and if it's like a group of friends or something, they will give you stuff for absolutely free. They will earn XP for it, and you will get free stuff, and this will definitely help you in the game. And you can also request, you can basically request anything. You can request any crops, any building materials, anything. So that's a really good way of getting rare materials that maybe your friends don't need yet, or they don't want. So what I mean by don't need yet is you can get say, what is it called, indigo, but you're not actually going to use that until like level 19, I think. But that's another good way of getting things. At level 14 specifically, you get Tom. Tom is an amazing human being, and so at level 14 you're definitely going to want to check in a lot on your game. Right after you reach level 14, you get a 3-day trial of Tom. Now Tom, if you have him, you want to use him as much as you can. I cannot stress this enough. You are going to want to use Tom. So not only does Tom cost a lot to actually rent, after you use your 3-day trial, he's also very, very useful. So at level 14, there are basically 2 things you're going to want to do with Tom. You're going to want to go for clearing out all your land, which can be very useful in the later levels when you're like out of all, you don't have any stuff, you're like, oh, I need to clear all this land. But for now, for level 1 through 20, it's not important at all. What you're going to want to do with Tom mostly is make money for those higher levels where you're going to have to spend more money to get things like the boat and textile factories and pigs and all that stuff. So you're going to want to use Tom to buy the most expensive item that you have. So that might not seem wise, but it's actually very wise because Tom sells things for very cheap. So what you're going to want to do is get your most expensive item, which at level 14 is eggs and bacon. What you're going to want to do with eggs and bacon is you're going to request them, you're going to buy them for the most you can get them, so that's 9 times, and it is more expensive that way, but you can sell them for so much more in your shop. So do I have any? I don't think I have any right now, but you can sell them for I think 200 or something, and you pay Tom like 1,000 and you get 10, so that's like $1,000 profit. You get 9, but around $1,000 profit. So if you keep making that, you'll definitely get enough money to buy the higher tier things. Moving on to level 15, you get mastery, which this is why you want to keep your machines running, and especially if you're going to be away for long periods, get the stuff that takes the longest. So mastery is for any type of machine, not for animals or anything. So take, for example, my bakery. So you go up to mastery and you use that thing for a certain amount of time, and eventually it'll give you mastery stars, which will make it a lot faster, give you more stuff, and that'll be great. So this is why you want to keep your machines running, because not only does it give you maximum XP, maximum money, but it'll eventually give you mastery, which makes your machines produce more valuable things, more XP faster, all those great things that you really want in those higher levels when it gets harder to level up. So now going to level 17, you finally get your boat. So the boat is very good for XP, especially if you have bulk things, and the neighborhood can come in very clutch right now. So right now I need a lot of carrot pies, so I can just go over here and request some. Oh, well, I have to wait a while, but I can request pies in about 6 hours, and hopefully someone will donate those to me. So after I get these pies, I can, since there's an event going on, 240 XP each, so that's a total of 480. That gets me about an eighth of the way there, but you can also, if you do all of them, you get a bonus about 400 XP, so that's about 800 XP. Just for 6 pies, 20 eggs, and these were, I don't remember, these were bread, I believe. So for some bread, some pies, and some eggs, things you can stockpile and you're not going to use until you get the steamboat, you can get a lot of XP from that. But you also have to note that it's not always the same things in the steamboat. But especially during the event, you want to take advantage of this. Then there are other things you can get, such as the derby, which I've not experienced yet. That was a short guide for how to get the most money and how to get the most XP out of your level 1 through 20 farming experience. I hope you guys enjoyed and liked the video. I would appreciate it if you also subscribed, but thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video of either Hay Day or some other video game.